So in lines 54 to 61, we have linear regression with interactions. And let me explain it. The difference between previous regressions is we are using a bunch of dummy variables. And let me show you a few things and explain you the data a little bit. So you remember that post variable indicates 0 when no Trump policies are implemented, and once time period from 18 to 21 when Trump policies regarding healthcare are implemented. This is a post variable. And in this interaction stuff, the way you do it, we basically multiply post variable with other dummy variables, and let me explain you what they are. So we have a bunch of variables, STLDI 36, 24, 12, 6, 3, STLDI ban. Those variables indicate what kind of policy a particular state is implementing regarding short-term plans within that particular state. So if you have zeros, it means that, let's say, I do remember it's Alaska over here, right? So if you have STLDI ban and you have zeros, it indicates that Alaska does not ban short-term plans, right? If we have, again, zeros for STLDI 3, it means there is no policy where Alaska allows short-term plans for 3 months. But we do have a bunch of ones for STLDI 36. So Alaska allows short-term plans to be for 36 months, for 3 years. So this is like nature of variables. And interaction is when we multiply a federal policy. Post is a federal policy, right? We multiply it with a bunch of state policies. You see, the code is kind of simple, right? We multiply this stuff. And in terms of interpretation, the way you do your interactions is let's see, the way you do your interactions. Thing about interactions, important thing. One of the variables must be dummy variable. You cannot do interactions with like two interracial variables which have like multiple values. One variable could have like multiple values, but the other variable must be dummy variable, 0 and 1. Otherwise, you cannot do interaction and you cannot interpret it properly. This is very important. Another important thing you see in the data, we have a bunch of policies from ban to 36, but when we do interactions, we don't have STLDI3, we don't do this multiplication. And the reason we don't do it, we make it a reference category, which means when we are going to interpret coefficients for interactions, we will compare results to short-term plans for 3 months for this particular policy. And as we remember, premiums inflation adjusted is our variable for premiums, right? So let's look at the results. When you have a model with interactions, you mostly interpret interactions. You like don't care about anything else. So the way we interpret it, and remember it's dollars, right? Premiums are just value of variable is just dollars. So we see that interaction between post variable in an STLDI ban is statistically significant. At what level? Can anybody tell me? What level of significance? Again, here is the hint. Yep, over here. Oops. Which number? We are interpreting post and STLDI ban, this coefficient. So it is statistically significant at what level? Yep, 95. And it is negative, which means the way we interpret interactions is, since we have reference category STLDI3 states, which allow short-term plans only for 3 months. So thing is, in states which ban short-term plans altogether, their premiums are lower by $94 in comparison to states which allow them for 3 months. And kind of makes sense. Short-term plans is like bad stuff. It doesn't cover people. It's bad for risk for premiums, for risk pools. So this coefficient makes sense. Another coefficient is, which is statistically significant, is, and again, when you run interaction model, you only interpret, for the most part, you're only interested in interactions. So the other important coefficient, statistically significant coefficient, is when we interact post federal policy with short-term plans for 6 months. And again, what the level of significance? Yeah, 95%. Yep. And the way we interpret it, again, we know it's dollars, is that premiums in states which allow short-term plans for 6 months are lower by $73 than in states which allow them for 3 months. So this is how you interpret it. And by the way, like adjusted R square, can somebody tell us what the hell it means? What can we say about this model? Yeah, 45% of change in premiums is explained, change in premiums is explained by variables in this model. And that's about it.